Now I'm going to cover the PVR functionality that comes on the Saorview or the Walker Saorview set-top box. Okay. Now an important point for this is to get this, it's PVR ready, which means that you can record and do various things with this, but there's no hard drive built in. So we have a choice here of adding on something like a USB key, which I see in front of me here. Or something like an external hard drive. This is a more typical 250 gig hard drive. So what we're going to do at this point here is I'm simply going to add on the USB or add on the hard drive itself. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn around this thing, and you can see there's a USB port here, and that's been successfully installed. Now it's essential that we put this on before we plug in the box, because if we put it in afterwards it won't read it. So come along now, just wait a moment for the box to kick in. In terms of when I go to do this, the main buttons I'm going to be using on it will be the guide button and also the record button here as well. Okay, got to hit the switch there. So I'll just wait for this and move that USB key out of the way. And this is switching on now successfully. And just make sure that we have it set to the right channel on the television. Just HDMI. That seems to be working fine. Okay, so we have the channels here, and we would it's identifying that the hard drive has been added on, so this will add the functionality to allow. So just exit out there, it automatically brings up the media player. So I'll exit out there, okay? So if I'm looking at a particular program here, and I'd said to myself, I'd like to record this, the news channel here, I simply come along and I press the record button, which I demonstrated earlier. And it says simply, please wait there, okay? And you see the record thing comes up there, and we hit exit. So you're recording this now, and you're saying to yourself, well, I wonder, am I recording or not? How do I know? Well, if we hit the information button here, it'll simply give us a symbol here to say we're recording it, okay? Now, one thing on this is, if I'm recording this channel and I'd like to flick over and we'll say, look at RTE2 rather than RTE1, when I go to change channel, it'll give me the following message. You have an active recording. To watch this channel, you must stop recording. So if I wanted to switch channels at this point in time, I'd actually have to stop recording. Now, on other boxes, this works better, okay? But it only works better currently because all of the channels have been broadcast off the same MUX. But once we get to a situation where currently there's only one MUX being used for the broadcast of Saorview, but in reality, in the future, there's going to be up to 4 different MUXes, and it will not be possible to record programs from 2 different MUXes. Look at one program, record another if they're coming from different MUXes. So that's a point to note if you're comparing this box to other ones, okay? And I just want to draw people's attention to it. Now, if we come along at this point and would like to stop recording, I can simply hit the stop button. Would you like to stop? And okay. So that's extremely simple the way that record functionality and it works. Record and then press stop. Works absolutely brilliant, okay? You know, a lot of other things, it's bringing up menus, things like that. No need for any of this. If we come along and hit the guide button here, we'll go in here and we'll see that we'll say we've come down to the morning program, and I might decide I'd like to record it. I just hit the record button here. Please, okay, sorry, that's an event that's already gone by, sorry. If I come along here and I hit the record functionality here, and you can see it'll start recording from this point to this time here, okay? So that's it. And to turn off that recording, I'll simply hit the record button again here. Which is here, and you want to stop recording, and I'll say okay. So that's the end of that recording facility on it. Now if I come out of here, I can simply just go exit, and to look at what I'm after recording here, I can simply just go into the menu button, come down to recordings library, and we can see here midday of which recorded with 18 seconds of it, or keeping up appearances. If I come along here and I simply go OK here, at the very start it tells you what I recorded and when it was recorded, the duration of it, and then the program itself comes up there. Okay. The reason that said keeping up appearances and news is that the news program was just slotted in at the end of a program there that was called keeping up appearances. Okay, that's a little bit confusing there, but the way it is that there's fixed timestamps for certain things, so I hadn't expected. But you can see that this is what we recorded earlier on. So that's it, an overview of the PVR facilities that come with the Walker set-top box.